Anybody that's joining right now, please bear with us. We are just sharing to all the platforms. I am about ready to go live with the My Worst Holiday show. So bear with us and we will get the show started here very soon. Okay, we're just trying to get it shared to all the platforms like Facebook, Twitter, etc., etc. So bear with us. I did my best, you guys, tonight to try to not look like a crackhead, just to let y'all know. It was a joke. You guys are already making shit up about that. So, My Worst Holiday. You guys have not already go on over and like their page as well. Okay, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook. So I think we can go ahead and go live. We have 2 people joining. Come on in and say hello, everybody. Let us know who's watching. Get my beer ready. All right. All right, we're just waiting for them to call now. Please like, follow, and share the video as well. All right, we just wait for them to call in now. Are you guys there?
It's a hyper elastic polymer. Yeah,
hello, hello. Hello.
Hello.
How are you guys tonight?
There you are. Pretty good.
Good, good. We are live on YouTube, I believe Facebook and Twitter right now.
Oh, hey, I was about ready to go Facebook Live as well. So,
awesome, awesome. All right, tonight's show, what it's about is it's called My Worst Holiday, and they get in touch with people and they ask people to come on and tell the funniest story of their life. Currently, I'm going through the past 3 years of being on the dating sites, and everybody has pretty much seen one train wreck right after another when it's come to Karla Kitty's dating life. So I'll let them take over and explain even more about the show.
I'm covered. I'm married, so I'm good. Yeah, quicker, you know. So I got to do my lead in real quick, and then I'll introduce you, and we'll get to some stories.
Perfect.
Just a second here. Rubber room next to my bathroom in my basement. This is My Worst Holiday, a podcast about your worst date, your worst wedding, your worst funeral, bachelor party, bachelorette party, or if you just have a story that's embarrassing and fun after the fact, we want to hear it. So today we have a very special guest. We have Karla Force. She's a comedian. She's an entertainer. Karla, say hello.
Hello, hello, everybody. How are y'all doing?
That's my favorite part of the delay. Yeah, there's always a little delay. I'd like to apologize in advance. Folks, I've been fighting cold, so yeah. So I'm awful. Looks like you're fighting with weed. Thank God for that. I feel better already.
Hey guys, hold on just a second. Can you guys go ahead and call me through my phone instead of this? Because I don't think I'm getting quite a great audio. Go ahead and call me through my number instead.
Okay.
All right. Give me a sec.
That's no problem.
All right. Bye. All right. Let me give him my number. We're not getting the greatest audio, so we're going to have him call through my actual phone. All right. We'll wait for that. Yes, everybody is still getting their pictures. I've had a lot to do. We have a lot of news and information coming up. So please Oh, it was fine. Okay, it's going to be louder with if they call through the phone, so much better.
Micropods. Yeah.
I just gave you my phone number. Go ahead and call that number. It'll be louder.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah. All right. We'll wait for them to call. Less lighting. I don't have that much lighting in here. I'm going up to the big house to get me some watermelon. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff coming up. After this show, I'm going to do another show talking about the Jeff Henson stuff. So everybody, make sure you stay tuned for that. You will get your picture movie, dude. I promise after this show, I will send you your picture. Guys, please like, follow, and share the video so that way we can get it out there. I think tonight is going to be a really fun night, just about fun, talking about funny moments and stuff like that. So I'm pretty excited to do the show. We wait. Hack says, has Jeff Henson contacted you for advice on surviving life in the big house? I've never been in the big house, so suck my dick. 277. Oh, crap. Oh, here we go. All right, let's try this one more time. Maybe. Give me 1 second here. These are the parts that need to be edited out. Try calling again, you guys. No, Hacks, keep your picture, thanks. Hello, hello.
There you are.
There we are.
All right, so, yeah, I'm trying to get. I can't bring in. Give me just a second here. I got to get my microphone set up with my phone. I've never done this before, so I'm not sure how it's gonna record.
Okay.
There we go. Go ahead. Give me just a second here. That. And I need you to talk for me for just a second.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2 3 4 5. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P.
Oh, I think it's covered up.
What's covered up?
Okay, hold on for a second.
Yep. Pull up a chair, James.
All right.
Welcome to the Karla Kitty Show.
There we go. We are mastering volume control, folks. Let's talk or get it up louder. Okay, start talking again, dear.
A B C D E F G H I J K.
All right, cool. All right, we got you. Fantastic. All right, we have Karla Force from. What's the name of your podcast? I'll tell you what. I'm going to give you just a minute or two. Go ahead and talk about your podcast, talk about your YouTube, talk about everything.
All right, I am Karla Kitty, and I am out of Omaha, Nebraska. I am an internationally published fetish model. I'm also an online comedian. I also do my own podcast. I also do a lot of blogging. You can find me at Karla Force on Facebook page. That's Karla with a K. Force, Force. Yes, may the force be with you, and I get the jokes all the time. So yeah, you can find it there. My Instagram is Karla_Kitty37. Just Google the name Karla Kitty. You will find me all over the place and whatnot. So I am jack of all trades, master of none. So here I am. My Worst Holiday asked me to come on and talk about one of the funniest moments of my life. So here I am.
All right. Well, I really thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it.
No problem. No problem.
All right. So, another friend of ours actually hooked us up with you, or gave me drop your name. Dave Chappie is watching us tonight. So, the Man Brain Podcast. We have to be on episode about 3 noise. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. We can wait to plug them. We're all happy. I got your back, yeah. Yeah, he's awesome. He's pretty awesome. So, yeah, go ahead and Hit us up with the story, chick. What do you got?
Okay. Real quick, I want to make sure. Can everybody hear him okay? Can everybody hear Mark and Jay okay? I swear to God, I thought that would work better, but. Okay. Well, anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and head on with the story. Okay. So Karla's been in the dating scene for like off and on for the past 3 years. And it's been one train wreck, one right after another. And the latest one was a guy, you know, I'm very open and very honest about the lifestyle that I live. You know, whenever I go out on dates with people, people have told me, Karla, you shouldn't be that upfront, you know, in the beginning of some of your dates. However, I am simply because, you know, I don't want to waste anybody's time and, you know, get to the 6th date and be like, oh, hey, I'm polyamorous and this and that. And then they're like, yeah, well, that's really not for me. Well, this last one, you know, he was proclaiming to be open and honest. And this story is going to sound a little bit psychotic, but there's so many aspects of the story. I really don't even know where to begin. I mean, go on this. Okay, go meet this guy. He claims to be polyamorous as well and whatnot. Well, we met the first time. Everything was.
Did you dating also polyamorous?
I'm thinking we need to go back to the other the video because I'm not hearing you guys even all that well. If I can't hear you, I don't think they can.
Okay, well, yeah.
Huh? Hello? 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 All right, we're going to go back to the other way. Sorry, guys. They're going to have to edit so much of the show. It'll air next week, but... always hate these. Let's get back to it. Sorry, guys. We will get to the fun part of the story, though. Okay, let's try calling them again. It was much louder that way. Talk to us. Definitely. We will.
There we go.
Yeah, I think it's much louder that way. My apologies, guys. So sorry. I just want to make sure that everybody can hear it and everything, too. You guys will have so much editing to do when it comes to me.
No problem. There we go. I got a little bit done here. And all right. So let's go ahead and we'll start over here. And okay, so you were dating a guy, and he claimed that he was polyamorous as well as you were. And
right.
You were real open and honest with him.
Okay, so we met on 2 separate occasions. The first time we met, everything was great, seemed to be kosher and whatnot. And then the second time, you know, meeting him, it was kind of like a little bit of a back and forth of where, like, I didn't really want to kind of jump right over there and see him as often as, you know, he wanted me to, whatever. So he just, at one point I said, you know, hey, if you want to come get me, you want to hang out for the evening, that would be great. We were planning on a threesome with another gentleman that particular night. And the guy came over and it just never even happened or whatever. And so like I said, everything went down kosher, even though the threesome didn't happen, whatever. I thought we had a great time. The next morning I wake up and he started barking demands, you know, hey, come in and sit on the toilet while I take a shower. And I'm like, what? No, you know, like when you're done.
So he wants you to come and sit on the toilet while you shower.
Yes, and talk to him. And he just basically kind of started barking orders. And I really wasn't having any part of it and, you know, basically telling him no. And pretty much because I wouldn't follow his orders, he's like, then get the fuck out. I'm like, really? You picked me up. How am I supposed to get home? Knowing I'm a half-hour drive away anyway, so. He what? So, okay, so.
Because you wouldn't sit on the toilet while he was taking a shower.
That wasn't the only order that he was barking. It was just pretty much do as I tell you to do. And well, I think we all know that Karla doesn't do what people tell her to do. So he comes out butt naked out of the shower because I'm sitting on the couch while he's yelling at me from the bathroom. and tells me to get the fuck out. And I said, well, you picked me up, how am I supposed to get back home? That's not my problem. And I was like, wow, okay. So I'm sitting there trying to download the Uber app onto my phone. Huh? I'm downloading the Uber app onto my phone. He's like, you need to get the fuck out. And I was like, give me a fucking minute so I can download Uber and get a ride out of here. Knowing that, I'm going to this dude's house that I've only met for the second time. I didn't bring any money, or I didn't bring my card or anything like that. So I'm like, how the fuck am I going to get home? He literally starts dialing a number on his phone and puts it on speaker. And I'm like, who the hell's he calling? Next thing I know, I hear, yes, 911. How can we help you? Do you need ambulance or police officer? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? He's calling the cops because he's thinking I'm not going to leave his house. Dude. Right. So he goes on to talk to the cops and says,
you talked to him while he was taking a shower.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, he gets on the phone with the cops and he says, yeah, I have this lady at my house and she's refusing to leave. I'm just sitting there like bug-eyed, like, are you kidding me? Anyways, they're like, does anybody have any weapons? He goes, well, I don't. Do you? No. I came here to fuck. I don't think I came with any fucking weapons. Well, is anybody intoxicated or under the influence? He says, well, I'm not, but I don't know about her. Well, lo and behold, he knows that I'm a public figure. And so he has been listening to some of the shows that I've been a part of. And the accusation is out there that, I'm a meth addict. And yes, I am a recovering meth addict. And so he ran with the story. And so he's like, well, I don't know about her, blah, 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 blah. So needless to say, the cops show up. And at this point, I'm already outside of his home. And he says, oh, well, I don't need you. She finally left. And they're like, well, is this her? Yes. And they asked me, do you need anything? And I said, no. I said, I'm out. I said, just got to find a way, to get home now. I said, because he picked me up and whatnot. So the entire time I'm completely pissed off that the cops are called basically because I didn't follow his directions or orders or whatever. And I'm fuming. I'm like, I'm going to get even with you, motherfucker. I'm so freaking pissed off.
So polyamorous, but not submissive.
No, exactly. Definitely not submissive. Definitely not submissive. So after the cops leave, after he chums it up with them and everything, I sent him a text message that says, trust and believe, I will definitely get even with you. And he's like, I'm not worried about it, running his little fucking mouth, whatever. And so me being the smart ass little bitch that I am, I sent him a text that says, you might want to go see a doctor. Why? And I said, well, because I have herpes. So he's like, do you know? He says, do you know that that's against the law to have sex with somebody and not tell them that you have a disease? And I was like, oh, no, I wasn't really aware of that. So he's flipping out about the fact that he slept with me and there's a possibility that I have herpes. So that wasn't enough to get even with him. He was stressing about it and whatever. So I think it was a day later. I pretended to be somebody else under a different number and contacted him under a different number, pretending to be this girl that was concerned about the fact that Karla Kitty was screenshotting stuff and putting it up on Facebook, and contacted him as a girl named Sky. What was the last name? Sky something or another. And said, hey, there's a girl that's screenshotting your name and phone number. Would you like me to report it to have it taken down? He instantly attempts to contact the girl, which is me. But I'm like, oh shit, I can't answer. He's going to know my voice. So I've got to change my voice and everything to pull this off. So I came up with an Indian accent. And for the past 2 or 3 days, I have been toying with this guy under this little Indian accent, and he has completely fallen for it. And the reason I'm doing this is not in an attempt to get back with him. I have done a lot of case studies in this whole entire dating world scene, whatever. And it seems like the majority of men on these dating sites will say and do whatever it takes to get pussy. I mean, and Like I said, it's been going on for the past 3 days. And so he's now actually hitting on the other girl in an attempt to get with her. What's that?
I said you might be onto something there.
Oh yeah, it has totally worked. Like I said, he's definitely now trying to hit on her and trying to get with her and whatnot. And there was an entire slew of things that went on. I would love to play some of the clips that were said and done, and the whole Indian accent of, yes, hi, my name is Sky, and I was just wondering, if you would like for me to report, what Karla is putting up there on Facebook for you. And he is totally fallen for all of it. At one point, he asked this girl, Karla mentioned that she had a VD. What is VD? Or does she have a VD? He asked her. And of course, the foreign girl doesn't know what VD is. The foreign girl doesn't know what VD is. So she said, what is VD? I don't even know what VD is. What is VD? Well, let me call Karla and I will ask Karla what VD is. And so she pretends to call Karla, and Karla responds, oh, VD is vaginal diarrhea. And so she responds back to him saying, what is vaginal diarrhea? We do not know what vaginal diarrhea is. There's no such thing as vaginal diarrhea. And so, but she said, oh, wait, I look it up. It is not vaginal diarrhea. It is venereal disease. And no, Karla does not have venereal disease. I go with her all the time to appointments. No, she is clean. So don't worry, you do not have vaginal diarrhea. This dude is buying every single bit of it. He also tells her at one point, or she tells him at one point, Karla gets a lot of people that do not understand her because of her polyamorous lifestyle. And, they see it as an opportunity to take advantage of her. And he says, oh, I don't even know what polyamorous is. I'm a one-woman man. And she says, well, that's just Karla's lifestyle. And he's like trying to get with her by saying I'm a one-woman man. But then the very next day,
So when he thinks it's somebody else, now he's not polyamorous. So when he's with you, he's polyamorous.
Exactly. And so the very next day, Sky starts, explaining that she's in love with Karla and that she's hopeful for all three of them to be, dynamic at some point. And then he starts going into detail about how he likes group sex. Now his story changes from being a one-woman man to he likes group sex. So this guy fell for it on so many levels, and it really goes to show you the character of a lot of people. And I was floored that he was buying all of it.
That's pretty funny. Nice story. That's awesome.
I was completely floored that he was buying any of it. I didn't think I could pull the voice off. And like I said, even today, she kept saying, because he was making accusations of me, being a meth addict. And he told her she was doing drugs in my home. She was mad because I wouldn't do drugs with her. First and foremost, anybody back in the day, a couple years ago when I did do drugs, Karla doesn't share her drugs. So anybody that hears that story is going to laugh. I wouldn't have shared. So everybody already knows better. It was just comical to me.
There's where the title came from. Karla don't share. That's right. That's what it came from.
Yes, Karla doesn't share.
Don't share drugs.
Right. So anybody that hears that story is going to laugh at him because I didn't share back in the fucking day. So that's just expensive, and I would have never been mad if anybody declines. I mean, come on. But yeah, I was floored that he bought any of it. And even today, one of the things that she said, because we were going along with the story that she was an addict still. And she said, have you checked on Karla today? And he's like, no, I've been trying to call and text, but I can't even get through. And the reality of it is he has not tried to call. He has not tried to text. But Sky, is implying that she wants all of them to become one dynamic at one point, in that he needs to make amends with her, Karla, to make it happen, because Sky's telling him, I'm her submissive and I do as she tells me to do, and so he's totally biting at what's going on here. And I think in hopes of having her as his submissive one day. And I actually wanted to call him up tonight and let the cat out of the bag, no pun intended. But for legal reasons, I think I think for legal reasons we're gonna leave that alone. I pray he's watching tonight.
Not record somebody who we all agreed. Yeah, we agreed.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna keep the things that I own.
But it is definitely, like I said, funny the extent that men and women. I'm not even just gonna point the finger at men because I've heard of women doing similar things as well. And
I'm gonna point them to mostly men.
Yeah, men I think are a lot more notorious for it. Yes, so. But that's my funny story. It's still going on. He may be watching now. So, I mean, I don't know. But it is very funny. And I can't believe I pulled it off. I guess I'm a better actress than I gave myself credit for. And the whole vaginal diarrhea was fucking brilliant. So,
yeah, it's pretty funny.
But,
that's pretty funny. What is this?
That's just one story. That is just one story. And I'm actually going to be launching a segment on several other incidents that I've had in my dating life. I will continue this little banter saga as far as all that goes and continue to tell the stories of my fucked up plentyoffucks.com stories.
My buddy Brad just chimed in on Facebook Live. He's like, I never met a woman named Karla without issues. His ex-wife named Karla.
Yes, we have issues. Yes. Fuck you, whoever you are. No, I'm just kidding. Somebody in my chat says it's not funny. Then why are you watching?
I thought it was funny.
I thought it was funny too. I already said it. I think I did say in the beginning, it is a little psychotic, and this had nothing to do with even attempting to get him back. It had to do with seeing the extent that men will go to for pussy. So.
Well, did you ever see that the Family Feud episode where they asked, it's like, he's like, what would a man do for sex? And some lady says, mow the lawn. He's like, that ain't a man answer. Give me a man answer. So he's like, kill, ding, lie, ding, cheat, ding.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Now, look, I'm not saying it all. For every guy who keeps trying to get all the pussy, though, there are women out there who are just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Or they've hit a point in life that they're not finding people in conventional ways, so they've hit the internet. And they can't figure out why they can't find someone.
Hey, Jody Turner's one. Jody.
And it's because you go on 2 dates and they want a suction cup on you, like a fucking
right.
fucker from Alien.
You're fucking awful.
Yeah, and they're just, or they've had really shitty relationships where people have just been bad to them, and either physically or mentally or emotionally, and and if you're a nice guy, I mean, they will just think that you're the greatest thing right away. And it's like, I probably am a shitty human being. I'm going to talk about this on a podcast.
Or, I think the word you're looking to, I think the word that you're maybe looking for is if you're intimate with that person, these girls get dickmatized. And, like if you give them the dick, they're like completely dickmatized. They're completely whooped. And I'm sorry. I personally don't think that I've ever been with any guy that has been that great that I'm dickmatized. There's been good lays and stuff, and I think you guys even asked this last night, like, well, was he worth it? Like, yeah, we had a good roll in the hay. I ain't even gonna lie, but I'm definitely not dickmatized by the guy. Like I said, but the way he responded to the other girl, it really showed a lot of his character, and I definitely will not be seeing him again. So.
That's hilarious. And we just found the name of our episode.
Dickmatized. There you go. Perfect.
But there's just a lot of broken.
Yes.
But not all women have the confidence you do. I mean, there's a lot of broken people out there, and there's not enough Scotch tape and glue to fix them. Of course,
All the kinks